Oh yeah, I really love this one. I really get buzzed looking at it because I think it's brilliant. It's from a book called Creating Living Knowledge by Kerry Facia, who's an excellent person I know, and the other author is Enright. And the reason why in particular is because I look at it and I really can think of people in my mind's eye, people that are warm, people with care, those with purpose, people within projects and co-design initiatives and that have taken things forward in different ways over the years. And there is something in particular, like a secret weapon, that reveals itself to me when I look at this graphic, which I'll say at the end. But I think there's a connection there. It's showing a connected network. I think we would all recognise that we could be, and we can think of people that would take up more than one of these positions or roles. And so there's a substantial amount of travel between them. So it's like a three-dimensional. We're seeing it in the 2D there, but there's some three dimensions, and that connection and proximity can lead to tension as well at times, tension in a positive way of that strong connect, but also conflict as well in co-design projects. That really does happen. But I think recently we're all seeing this rebalancing and recognition of lived and learned experience and valuing the lived and recognising the mix. And when I look at that, I think of the parents and the young people that I've worked with and the different roles they've occupied and how they've travelled over the time. And Kerry and Bryony introduced this concept of like remaking identities, and I think that does really fit for me when I think how working with parents have started out coming to like a user group, and then 6 months later, 12 months later, they're peer researchers and they're taking forward complex projects. So I really recognise that. And the secret weapon, or the thing that really makes me nostalgic when I look at it, and let me tell you that now, is that we started 10 years ago in Camden with our family advisory board, which then spun out lots of co-design and interesting projects. And we started off with this little exercise where we used a ball of wool and we passed it around the room and connected ourselves. So when I look at that network, I really think of the wool and that feel of connection with others. And so, I love that one. Thank you very much, Kerry and Bryony.